All right, it's command takeover. I wasn't going to do anything like that, and then I thought, what the hell, it's there. So before we get into command, and Michaela is going to walk all y'all. I smoked a brisket on Monday, so I can say all y'all, Colin. We have Michaela walk you through how to do an open or an open. Wow, how to do an open. Holy smokes, a mind is a horrible thing to waste. So walk you through how to do an opportunity and answer your questions on going forward with command. So the schedule going forward is every week we're going to do this update, and it'll be command focused on the Wednesday of the third week. So mark your calendar. So the third Wednesday when we would normally do our how nice of you to join us, Naomi. The third Wednesday is going to be what I'm going to call congrats and stats. So that's when we'll go over the industry stats, who's doing what's happening. So that'll be a longer meeting. These we're trying to keep to half an hour just to keep you guys in the loop and get people using command. By the way, the feedback rate now is freaking phenomenal. People are liking command. It's easy. We actually have people who are registered for live training, freaking out, going, actually, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's good. I went in and played with it. It's pretty brain dead simple. So, and I'm not saying that if you don't find it simple, that means you're brain dead. That was kind of a reverse thing. So anyway, before we get into command, I just want to talk about Mega Camp. So the agenda isn't totally out yet, but the dates are September 15th to 17th. It is going to be a digital experience. Mega Camp's usually one of those, it's usually in Austin. It usually is live on 6th Avenue. So although you can't get drunk on 6th Street, you can get drunk at home and attend Mega Camp. Yay. You don't have to, though. That's optional. So Mega Camp is extreme networking, really, really good information. So we're, of course, the COVID version of this is online. It's also usually thousands of dollars to attend. Like your ticket is usually $500, and then you've got your flights, you've got your hotel accommodations, you got your bar tab, you got your barbecue bill. It's all usually really expensive in Austin. This is going to cost, the early bird pricing is $109. So again, speaking brain dead, if you're not investing $109 to network with some of the top real estate agents and trainers on the planet, what the heck are you doing? So September 15th through 17th, register at kw.com. We're going to have a meeting right after this to plan some really, 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 really cool things. This might be an opportunity to smoke a brisket and network. Just saying, in public. Could be cool. All right. And that's it. We're going to go into command. No, wait. I just had to do one thing because I was going through the BC reopening phase 3 plan to find out what is included. And it said gym memberships. And it also said that axe throwing gyms are open. Did you know we have axe throwing gyms? I had no idea, and now I want to go. So hashtag tossing iron, hashtag here's Johnny. Axe throwing gyms are open, just so you know. I had no idea we had them. Apparently there's like 5. Cool. I know, right? All right, so command. Easy peasy to-do list. So here's the dealio. Get into, go to agent.kw.com. Create your DocuSign account. So go into your settings. Actually, you know what? We're going to walk you through this. Michaela, you there? Michaela.
Hi.
She is there. I thought she was going to bail on me. Cool.
All right. So you want to know how to connect your DocuSign account?
Sure, I do.
Okay. So top right corner, click your name and go down to settings.
Is that beside my smiling face from 1923? Cool.
Yes. Are you going to be doing that with your new headshots?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
I have no hair. Which is all the pictures of me now.
All right, and then you see the DocuSign there in the application, so you're already connected, but if you weren't, the button that says disconnect account would say connect, and then just go through the steps. And it's very easy.
So when you hit connect account, so you all have access to a free DocuSign account. So it's going to connect you to it's going to take you to the DocuSign link. You will get a confirmation email, usually within minutes, and create your password for DocuSign, and then you are connected to DocuSign. It is that easy. That's pretty much the one thing you need to do. The other part of this is your contacts. So, and I don't know if I want to tell them about the contact thing. So to transact in command, you do have to have a contact name. The contact name doesn't need to actually be legitimate. So you can have John Doe, Jane Doe, whatever. I highly recommend that you put your contacts into your database into command. You can either import it via the import button up here, So you can drag and drop your files. You can also download a CSV. So if you hit the download button, that will download a pre-made template to import your CSV file into. CSV is a comma delineated file from your database. So you do it column by column, and then you don't have to worry about having information that's missing. When we imported from Top Producer, for example, there were like 25 hidden fields that we didn't even know existed until we exported it out. So we just had to delete those fields. One bit of technical advice coming from me, it's kind of funny, is when you are transferring over a database, databases do not like blanks. So if you have a list of phone numbers, so one of your columns is phone numbers for everybody, and you're missing somebody's phone number, you're going to have to put in a number in that, or it's going to not let you transfer in that entire column. Welcome to technical land, right? I recommend you use the CSV file. You can drag and drop first, see if it works. Putting in your database should take seconds. I loaded 4,500 names in here in about 20 minutes. Pretty cool. That's going through and correcting all the crap that I didn't have in there. It's also a great opportunity to clean out your database. And if you don't know what I'm saying when I say database, use the Google. Okay. All right. So I've got contacts. Cool. So how do I get to opportunities, Michaela? Yeah, you're muted.
Thanks.
I knew you were going to do that too. But it's on mute.
Left-hand side, the two hands shaking, that's opportunity button.
Whoa. Left-hand side, two hands shaking. Sounds like a punchline. Oh, there it is. Opportunities. Cool. So I click on that. Neat. And that brings me to the opportunities screen.
Okay.
Now up here, so I have a team tab, I have a me tab, and then I have all opportunities. That's because I'm part of Market Center Leadership, right? But if I'm part of a team, I'm also going to have a team option. That's a question.
Sorry, that was a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have a team option. So where yours says command team, that's like our brokerage, like the admin side. So if you were on a team, your team name would be there.
Awesome. All right, let's focus on me because it's all about me. All right. Now I have this button that you don't want me to talk about called import from .loop. So if I hit that button, what's going to happen?
If you import from .loop, you can bring your loops over from .loop. There's a few requirements that you have to have things filled in, like you have to have one person added to the loop. You have to have a status, so you have to say like it was your listing for sale and it's under contract. Without those few things, it will not pull over properly. But you can pull over up to 25 loops at a time.
Okay.
Rather than downloading out of .loop or exporting out of .loop and then manually uploading to opportunities and command.
All right. So if you have more than 25 loops in your history, good job. You're a real estate agent.
And
cool.
Then just do it in sets of 25.
All right. So priority should be what? If I'm going to import my transactions from .loop, what do you want me to work on first?
So the things that should be submitted are, so we're going to lose access to .loop as like administratively as a brokerage September 1st. So any buy side deals that are set to complete September 1st or later need to be imported into command. If we cannot access your loop, we will not be able to pay you out. And
cool.
Listings, we all know that listings, it takes longer to get the checks from the lawyers. So for listings, it can take up to 2 weeks to get a check. So we're saying that the safe date is August 15th. So any listing that is set to complete August 15th or later should be imported into command.
Okay. So bottom line, do it as quickly as possible or as soon as possible, but priority should be for deals that are closing or that have a completion after September 1, right?
Yeah, on the buy side.
Look at me paying attention. I'm going to click the import from .loop button just because. Oh, nothing blew up. Cool. So I just need to log into .loop and then I can transfer over my documents, right? Now, yeah. when I hit the import from .loop, is everything going to show up automatically immediately?
No, so there's three options that command will kick back to you. It's green, yellow, or red. Red, it will completely reject the loop. That's if you didn't put those things in that I mentioned earlier. Yellow is when it needs some clarification, and then green means it's imported completely properly.
Okay.
You will see your loops pop up, but you will not see your documents pop up right away. There is a lag. So usually people see it by the next day, and then you will see it in a little custom folder called imported from .loop, and that will have all your documents from that loop.
Okay, so I shouldn't freak out if all my documents didn't come over right away.
That's correct. They will not show up right away.
It's literally it's the squirrels in the back working the wheel, getting your documents in there, right? Okay, cool. Do you want to show me how to create an opportunity?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
do I hit this button that says create opportunity?
Yes, but before you do that, you have your client input into your contact list, right?
I do.
Okay.
We'll pick one. It'll be fun.
We're good to go. Okay, so create opportunity. Click that blue button.
Bam. Okay.
Okay, so market center is obviously going to be us.
It is.
Team.
Select the team.
Select to command team.
Yep.
Okay. Now opportunity type. We're going to have two options. It's going to show 4, but we're only going to select either listing and buying or buyer. So either listing or you're making an offer on someone else's listing.
Okay. The other two are landlord and tenant, other provinces, other states, other countries. They do rentals through real estate, right? So listing and buy side. Okay, cool. That's nice and simple. Let's choose listing. The owner is me. Yay! Now it also has anybody else who's listed on the team, right?
That is correct.
But it's going to default to me. Cool.
Okay, and then client. So type in your first client.
Let's pick on Adam. Look, Adam Perry. Let's use him. No, it's Adam. Let's use Adam Senia. Okay.
So if Adam had a family member connected to him in your contact list, it would automatically pop up the family members there when Ron clicked the button, so that you can easily find a co-seller.
Hold it. So go back on that. That's cool. So if I've done my contacts properly and I've got relationships built in, so I actually have the family unit. So I have the relationships, their spouse, their dad, their brother, their sister, their whatever. So that's automatically going to find that relationship and pop it up as a potential co-seller.
Yes, without having to type.
Or I can do it manually, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Let's leave that blank for now. It's not complicated.
Okay. So opportunity name, it's going to auto-populate the client's name and then hyphen with listing or buying. And so we want you to change that. The best way is to have the client's name first, and best way is last name. I
just deleted the client's name.
Last name, comma, first name.
Adam Sanook, comma.
That's fine, the way you did it. You can put brackets.
Do I want listing in there still?
No, you can take it out.
Okay, bracket.
Bracket seller.
Seller?
Yes. Bracket. Okay, and then hyphen, and now put the property address.
123 Main Street. The most popular place on the planet. Cool.
Okay, so basically if we were to search by opportunity name, if we were to throw in the client's name or the address, we would be able to find that opportunity.
Okay, so that's awesome. So that just allows more flexibility on when we're looking for information or you're looking for information, right? Sweet. Okay, what's this custom tag thing?
Custom tags is, you can create your own custom tag. So you could create like a buyer tag or a seller tag or whatever type of tag you want to organize your contacts in, you could have it tagged there.
Okay, so I can tag I do that through settings?
I believe it's through settings, yes.
Yes, it is. So through, when you go into settings, remind me, we'll go show you that in a bit. We'll walk through this first. When you go into settings, you'll actually have command settings and opportunity settings, so you can create your custom tags there. So you could create, for example, say you're working on a neighborhood, or you've got a neighborhood development, a land assembly. Maybe it's called, the Wesley or whatever. Maybe it's a new development and you want all your contacts in that one area. So you're tagging it so you can select and search by that area. So think of the custom tag as search field. For example, here we have imported from .loop. So that'll just let you know which files you've imported. So you can do a search that way. Right? Right. Cool. All right. We won't worry about custom tags right now. Estimated close date. Do I need that?
Okay, yes. So this one, everyone needs to listen to this little bit. If it's going to be your listing, we're going to ask you to put the estimated close date to actually be the effective date of your MLC. I know it's a little weird, but because you don't have an offer yet, this is going to help whoever's doing the listings be able to better identify the listings effective dates and process them basically without having to go into the opportunity, go into the MLC and check. Now,
okay, so I put this as August 13th because that's the day that it's going live, right?
Perfect. Okay. And then if you are to get an offer on that listing, then you can change your estimated close date to the actual completion date of the contract.
Okay.
And if this is just your buyer, then obviously just put what's going to be the completion date on the contract.
Gotcha. Okay. Estimated list price, $459,000. What the heck? Commission rate, do I have to worry about that?
So you can put 0% if you want. It's not going to track your commissions in command then. But if you want to put the actual commission rate, once you filled out your TRS, it's going to give you like the dollar amount. If you take the dollar amount divided by the purchase price, you're going to get a percentage in a single percentage. Okay.
So the commission rate is, you do have to have something in there, but it can be zero, and so you don't have to worry about calculating at the point. This is also how you're going to track your sales pipeline. So when you start really diving into the cool things in Command, it'll track your potential revenue and your probable income. You see that hovered over by the side there, right? So where it says potential income, this is your entire pipeline. Your probable income is is what you're actually getting paid, so what you've got closed on. So this shows you the pie in the sky. Everything closes, I'm going to get paid for it, and this is what you're actually going to be, to pay your bills with. So, all right, cool. Now let's talk about opportunity phases. What are these?
So you can basically organize your opportunities into different sections. I think they are customizable. So Ron, if you want to maybe click what your opportunity stage is for Cultivate so you can show them the options.
Bam. Okay, so I've got Cultivate, and then over here, these are my opportunity stages, right? So right on the right-hand side of it. So I've got Watch, Nurture, and Hot. How come there's no not? It's just hot. It's not hot or not. Anyway.
If it was a not, then it probably would be a lost opportunity.
Oh, good point. Ouch. Okay. So Watch, from a sales standpoint, Watch is going to be, hey, I just met you. We're potentially, it's a potential deal. Nurture is we're in, we probably got an appointment booked. We're ready to, actually, that's going to be the other stage. And then Hot is, I want to list my house today. Get your butt to my living room. Let's do this thing, right? Cool. Should we go through the other phases?
Sure.
So let's Cultivate, and then Appointment. We've got the stages of scheduling, scheduled, and kept. So I've got to book my appointment. I've booked my appointment. I had my appointment, right? Nice and simple. And then on the active side, we've got staging, showing, and negotiating. So we're staging staging would be anything in my mind, preparing for the showing. We're showing the property actively. We've booked open houses, and negotiations are, we've got offers, right? Cool. Let's put it in active just for fun. It's assigned to me. Can I assign it to other people?
Yeah, so
on my team, I can.
On your team.
Cool. Awesome. So that's neat. So, and that's especially interesting for admin people, right? If you're the admin on a team, that means you've got the flexibility to assign within the team. Neat. Okay, cool. And then what do I do now? Create?
Create.
So I have a created opportunity. Cool. That was easy.
Okay, so now before you go past this page, I want you to edit the property details on the right-hand side. And I want you to put the property address in there as well.
Where am I doing that? Details.
Detail. Okay. And
I'm
then
already in details.
property box, right side, down,
Down. Oh, okay.
right
In
there.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, so I got to hit this pencil thing for edit?
Yes.
Okay. Look at that. Cool. Country.
Okay.
Good idea.
You
Let's go
can
Canada.
you can look up the property address. Just don't put the unit number in. It will auto-populate all the information.
Oh, 2099 Loweed Highway. So use the drop down, people, instead of just typing it in and ignoring the drop down, because that will actually allocate it properly, based on the world map. So 2099 Loweed Highway, but it's a unit number. So where do I put this?
You could put it in line 2, or you could go and edit line 1 as well.
Okay, but I can use that as the unit. Okay, I've already got self-populating Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, and the postal code.
If
Cool.
you line 1, it will still keep all that information.
Awesome. Okay, so I can add the unit number wherever I want based on how I like to enter information. Okay, and then save. Save.
Yes.
I don't do anything unless I'm told to.
Okay, yes. Okay, scroll back up, and I want you to go, there's some tabs at the top. I want you to go to Documents.
Bam.
And on the left-hand side, it asks for you to pick a checklist type.
Right here?
Yes. Now, these we created ourselves. So residential, commercial, lease, new development, exclusive. Let's just go with residential. That's the most common one.
Cool.
So now that you've selected residential, your folders or stages have opened up. There is 3 stages listed.
So I see listed, under contract, and closed.
That's correct. So if you're just uploading your listing documents, you would be doing it under the listed folder. And on the right-hand side, you can see that it identifies all the documents, or most of the documents that are going to be required. Your specific scenario may require more, like a POA or estate documents.
Okay.
But we've mentioned most of the main ones there.
Okay. So if a document's not there, where do I find that? Do I bring that in from web forms, or?
If you need to add a document that's not listed,
yeah,
you can just add it from your computer with that Add Item button.
Right here. Okay, cool. All right. Can I also add photos and things like that?
I think it needs to be PDFs.
I think I might be able to do photos.
Really? Okay. I've never tried to do a photo, so.
Okay, cool. I want to go back to one thing on the details. Just hold on. Just can do this quick. I haven't saved this. Let's finish the document thing, and then we'll go. So if I'm going to add a file.
So you have a few options. You can go singularly down the list where your mouse is and add a file there. Or
right.
If you want to, if you have them all ready in a folder somewhere on your computer, you can press the Attach Multiple Files button.
This one.
Yes. And then
cool.
You can drag and drop, or you can browse your computer and upload them all at one time and then press the Attach button.
Okay. Everybody knows how to drag and drop, right? Awesome. Don't wait for the answer. Just yes, you do. Okay. This is where one of those side-by-side computer monitor systems is going to be really cool. So drag and drop or browse your files. So wherever your files are kept, you can drag. Can I drag the folder in, or can I have to drag them individually?
No, you have to drag one file and you have to put it in its respective spot.
Gotcha. And that's so that we know that you've actually got your paperwork submitted, right?
Yes.
Just making that up.
Now, do you have a file? Do you have a file that's not filled or unimportant you could upload right now?
Hey, let's check the picture thing. Oops, I got nothing there. I got nothing that matches. So it has to be in the right format, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, because it's looking for Adobe Acrobat document right now.
It's looking for a PDF.
Yes.
Look at that. KW overview, PDF, done.
Okay, so press attach. Okay, you will see now that the listed folder turned to open. So you've now opened that folder because you added a document.
And it also says that I've uploaded it over here, right here.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so I can literally go down the list and say, here's what I've added, here's what I haven't added. And if I want to attach multiple files, right, then I could just, it's taking me back to the same spot.
Or browse multiple times.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay,
All right, so
so
that's pretty easy.
do you want to submit this one?
I do.
Okay, so blue button, submit to MC.
Sound effects are optional. Are you sure you want to submit this file for review? Sure. Bam.
Okay, so
Submission successful.
status changed from open to submitted.
Where'd it go?
It went from open to submitted.
Right there. So over here by the listed side. Okay, gotcha.
And now I have received it. And I'm going to show you what it's going to look like if I reject it.
I'm used to rejection, so this will be okay.
Okay, refresh your page, Ron.
Adios and vaya con Dios. I got rejected. Damn it.
Okay,
all right.
So
Cool.
over the document that says MLC, there's a little red box there. If you hover your mouse over, it's going to tell you why I rejected it.
Wrong form. It doesn't say wrong form, dumbass. It just says wrong form. So that's nice.
Okay, so I can manually type whatever I want and put it there.
Okay.
And then I also returned the whole folder to you.
Okay.
Okay, so I could have approved the folder or I could return it. But I returned it because one of your documents was wrong or not signed or missing or whatever the case is.
Okay, so if I click on these three buttons here, it now says replace or print. So I can print off a copy and see what if I'm old school. But if I hit replace, it'll give me the opportunity to upload a new document, right?
That's correct.
Cool.
Do you want to replace it?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Grab something else from your computer.
We'll find something really embarrassing. Be good. RE industry relationship. I don't know. How about the, wow, look at this. The whole seat. Oh, the Corona. Let's do that. I don't know what that is.
Okay, so press replace.
Replace.
Okay, you will see your status now changed to changed, and that the status beside the MLC says it's been replaced. Now, for you to resubmit it again, you'll want to hit the blue button, resubmit to MC.
Submit. Submission successful. Resubmitted.
Okay.
I got a question mark.
Show you what it's going to look like when I accept it.
Did I refresh?
Okay, refresh.
Time for a sip. Coffee, by the way. Coffee. Just saying.
Okay.
Approved!
I approved the MLC and I also approved the whole folder.
Okay, awesome. So what do I have to do now?
Okay, so your listing folder is now good. Whoever's doing listings, Cass, will email you the title still and say your listing has gone live. She'll also add the title into the folder for you. Now, the next thing that would happen is you're going to get an offer on that listing.
Okay.
So when you get an offer on that listing, you're going to go down to the under contract stage and you're going to add in your documents there.
Nice. So I've got the list of everything I need to have. I need to have my disclosure of expected remuneration, transaction with TRS, contract CPS, the full MLS printout, all that information. Cool.
Okay,
right.
So now there's two stages. There's the under contract and the close stage. We're using the under contract stage for any documents between acceptance of the CPS up until subject removal. Once you get subject removal and all those associate docs will go into the closed folder. So subject removal, signed PDS, initialed, title. If you were on the buy side, there'd be a copy of the deposit, the CREA receipt of funds. That will all go into the closed folder.
Okay. So that's automatically going to transfer over?
No, you'll have to click the respective folders. If you happen to put all your documents in the under contract folder, it's not going to be the end of the world, but you're not going to have those documents outlined like they are right now.
Okay. And our compliance documents are already in here. So you've got the receipt of funds, you've got the copy deposit check, title search, everything's in there. That's cool.
Hey, Mikhail, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What if you have a backup offer? Say you have an accepted offer, then you have a backup offer. Where do we put that?
I'm pretty sure it'd have to be under a new opportunity.
Could I not create a custom folder and
Uh,
put for backup offers or for multiples or?
I don't think that would be the best way because like the way that we're tagging the loop or tagging the opportunity is going to be based on the active one. And if you create a subfolder, you can't submit a custom folder to the office. So as
Okay.
soon as your backup offer is accepted, we need to get it into our system, and we won't be able to do that because you can't submit it. So you would have to create a new opportunity. And if that means you just skip over the listed phase and just say, hey, this is a backup offer on my listing that's in another opportunity, then you just write that in the messages.
And then what do you do? Say you have an accepted offer on your listing, they don't remove subjects.
Then there should be a collapse release or a non-release submitted. So the contract would be submitted to us with acceptance, and then when those buyers don't remove their subjects, you add in the collapse release by the buyer and submit it with a message saying this deal has collapsed.
No, that part I understand, but after that, say I get another new offer. Where do I submit that?
If you then get another offer, then I believe you should create a new opportunity.
Okay.
And what would be the difference between how you're doing that right now, Michaela? So
Dot loop right now, you create a loop, you create a listing folder, you get offer number one, you create a second folder for offer number one, you get a backup offer, you create a third folder called offer number two. It all stays in the same loop. With command, an opportunity is a single opportunity. It's not multiple opportunities on a listing. So it's kind of based off of like accepted offers in a way. So if you're getting multiple offers, you should create multiple opportunities. And then there's an option to turn an opportunity into a lost opportunity. And for whatever one collapses, you submit your collapse release, you turn that opportunity to a lost opportunity, and then it gets.
Okay, where would I see that?
I believe it's in opportunity details. Okay, right corner.
Right corner.
That little switch.
Oh, lost opportunity right here.
Yeah.
And you can undo that if you hit it by accident.
Yeah, you can undo it after you save it.
Okay, cool. All right.
Michaela, I had another question. In dot loop, whenever you guys send us notes, we get an email notification. So we know, you know what, we have to go back to our dot loop to check. With opportunities, we got some messages, but I never got any emails. Are we able to get emails from them?
Okay,
So how do you?
that's not coming through clearly.
So how are you getting notified that the document's been kicked back or what have you? Right.
How is an agent going to get notified?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they would have to check their notification settings to make sure they have everything turned on. But if we're going to send you a message, we're going to use the @ symbol and we're going to put your name there. Anytime we send a message to a person with the @ symbol, it's going to pop up in that little bell to the left of your name in the top right corner.
No, that part's fine, but we're not in command at all times. Whereas in dot loop, we would have email notification, right? That just popped up on our phone.
Gotcha. So you should all have the Kelly app, the KW Kelly app downloaded. So all notifications that come into command will go through Kelly. So if I wasn't on my phone as well, I now have a blue notification on the top of my screen that says I have a notification from KW, which is going to be, if I scroll it down, is going to tell me that I had a rejected document and then I had an approved document. So, and it tells me it pulls it up by the name and the address, so I know exactly what I've got there.
And to be specific about emails, getting email notification, there should be something in like notification settings. I haven't looked at it from an agent perspective, so I'm not sure. But if that's something you want us to explore for, we can.
We'll look that up for you, Cindy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I have the Kelly app, but it always signs me out. So
Oh.
the notifications.
Gotcha. Okay.
We'll look into then.
Yeah, I mean, and for the other side of this too is the majority of agents out there turn off notifications for .loop, right? Because you're getting a notification every time the file is changed. So I would recommend getting in the habit of going into command if you've got an active deal and just seeing if anything's there, right? And you can access full command through the Kelly app as well, right? That'll be the topic of next week's meeting. How's that? Cool. All right. And then I can dismiss these. So basically, if you have a red dot above your bell, you've got messages, right? You've got notifications. So the thing we'll verify for you is whether we can set up for you to get an email notification as well. Correct?
I'm sure there is a way to figure it out right now.
I'm pretty sure there's a way for us to harass you in any way, shape, or means possible. Because that's what we like to do. All right, cool. So is there anything else I would like to do here?
I think we pretty much covered everything there.
Okay, sweet. All right, so we got details. We got the seller profile, so I can pull that information up. It's telling me that by the way, from a pipeline management standpoint, so this tells me that I have not sent Adam my KW app registration, and I haven't set him up with a promote my app smart plan or anything, right? So it's giving me a recommendation of what I should do from a smart plan standpoint. So it's actually giving me marketing advice, which is pretty cool, right? Just one thing. What's this discussion thing up here, Michaela? Oh, no one has said anything yet.
Can you go back? I missed that.
I can't. The discussion button.
I think that's to talk amongst your team members.
Yep. So that's pretty cool. So if I want to, so if I'm part of a team and we're having a discussion of what's happening with 123 Main Street, I can send a message internally. There's a lot of usability in here, which is pretty cool. All right, we will not get into the sales pipeline side. But anyway, so if you're running your opportunity through, if you're really running this as a sales pipeline, as you're moving these guys through the different phases, you can literally drag and drop it from staging to showing, and then it'll update it, right? So
and you can edit those stages with that button called Edit Stages, top right corner.
Yes. Cool. All right. And that's how you do an opportunity. How do I get paid?
How do you get paid? The deal completes. There's nothing that the agent needs to do on their side. So we're not using the commission request section of command.
Okay.
So, I mean, once we get registration and it's on the buy side, we have the money in trust. It should be paid out within 2 business days. For a listing, we wait to get the check from the lawyer. As long as it takes to get the check from the lawyer, then we pay within 2 business days.
Okay, cool. And when I go back to my main opportunity page, it's showing me how many deals I have in each setting, in each category, right? It's also showing me my potential income, my probable income, which went down on the buyer side, lease side, and it's also showing you a lot of the things that you'd pull onto MLS stats, right? How many listings you've got, how many active listings you have, how many active buyers you have, your percentage of business, where it's coming from, right? There's a lot of matrix included in command, which is pretty cool. It's cool. All right. Questions? It's that easy. no questions whatsoever. That's pretty cool. Once you start playing with, like I say, we've actually had teams come in and say, hey, you know what, we booked for live training. Don't worry about it, because we're good. So that's kind of neat. One of the things that I want to do, I don't want to do it again from the beginning. You will see at certain stages when you're creating your opportunity, you will see import from MLS. So if you click on the address of the MLS, it'll actually find your MLS listing. So obviously you have to have the listing up in MLS before you're going to do that. But creating the opportunity, you can actually pull that information in, which is kind of neat. Well, that means you can use it for marketing materials and through your ad campaigns and things. Anyway, that's what I got. The designs logo changed. Cool. All right. Last chance for questions. Going once. Going twice. All right. Go out there. If you're out in the sun, make good decisions, wear sunscreen. All right. Bye. Thank you, Michaela. Send your cards and letters and bottles of wine. Address Michaela Sewers, kw.com, local office. Cheers. Bye, folks.
Bye.